Hello and welcome back to Johnnie Bennie Campus News, your go-to channel for updates on campus life and events. As always, I'm Ben Bugbee.
And I'm Daisha Gray. Now let's get into this week's top stories.
This Friday, April 5th at 5 p.m., Milk and Honey in St. Joe will host a reading and discussion event featuring the authors of the book Intercultural Citizenship and Language Education, Teaching and Learning Through Social Action. Presented by the Education Department and supported by the Research and Grants Office. Authors Alison Spender, Keisha Kong, Anna Conboy, and Kevin Clancy will lead the conversation. Attendees can also indulge in cookies from Flower and Flowers. All students and faculty are encouraged to join this enriching experience.
Mark your calendars for Friday, April 5th from 6:30 to 9 p.m. at Clements Library, CSB, sponsored by the Tabletop Gaming Club. It's a night filled with board game fun. Whether you come solo or with friends, enjoy pizza, sweets, and the chance to win prizes.
This Saturday, April 6th from 12 to 4 p.m. at the HCC Fieldhouse at CSB, the Japanese Bunka Club and the JP Network are hosting Unkadai Sports Day. It's a chance to engage in exciting activities like tug of war, relay races, dodgeball, and more. Join in for some activities, some fun, and some friendly competition.
On Saturday, April 6th, the Archipelago Caribbean Association invites you to their annual gala starting at 5 p.m. in Upper Goretzky, CSB. Get ready to celebrate under the theme, It's Carnival, with vibrant and bright formal attire. Doors open at 5 p.m., so be sure to RSVP for a night of festivities you won't want to miss.
This Monday, April 8th, head over to SJU Art Center at 4 p.m. for Mending Monday, organized by the Sustainability Office. Enjoy good music while learning basic hand sewing skills or upcycling your clothes. Everyone's invited, so grab a friend and join in the fun. While it's not mandatory to bring items, feel free to bring something to repair if you have it.
Get ready for an enlightening experience at the 12th Annual Red Talks event happening on Thursday, April 11th in the BAC at CSB. Join Red Talks MCs for a high-energy learning session featuring captivating talks from CSB and SJU students and alums. Don't miss out on this opportunity to listen, learn, and engage with our community's insights and experiences.
Attention student job seekers. CSB and SJU is hosting its Summer On-Campus Job Fair on April 10th from 1 to 3 p.m. at Goretzky Fireside. This is your chance to connect with on-campus employers during a range of full and part-time positions for the summer. Whether you're an incoming first year or a graduating senior, don't miss out on this opportunity to explore available jobs and apply. Now, turning our attention to the weather, let's go to the latest updates from Landon Monio for the Johnnie Bennie Weekend Weather Report.
Thanks, Ben and Daisha, and welcome back to the Johnnie Bennie Weekend Weather Report. I'm Landon Monio, your weather reporter. Let's dive right in. Friday starts the weekend sunny with a high of 51 degrees. We can expect northeast winds of 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday night will be partly cloudy with a low of 31 degrees. Saturday is mostly sunny with a high of 54 degrees. Expect breezy southeastern winds with speeds of 10 to 20 miles per hour and gusts as high as 30 miles per hour. Saturday night will be mostly cloudy with a low of 36. There's a 30% chance of rain showers after 1 a.m. As you head out on Saturday night, expect breezy southeastern winds of 20 to 25 miles per hour with gusts of 35 miles per hour. To wrap up the weekend, Sunday brings an 80% chance of rain. Sunday's high is 43 degrees and brings a breezy eastern wind with speeds of 20 to 25 miles per hour, with gusts as high as 35 miles per hour. On Sunday night, the rain continues with a 60% chance before 1 a.m. Temperatures will drop to 37 degrees with the breezy eastern winds continuing throughout the night at speeds of 15 to 20 miles per hour with 30 miles per hour gusts. That's all for this weekend's weather. I'm Landon Monio, and this has been your Johnnie Bennie Campus News Weekend Weather Report. Remember to be safe, stay warm, and have a fantastic weekend.
Thanks as always, Landon.
Recently, the senior art students had the opportunity to share their work with the wider campus community in their annual art show, before knowing why. JBCN reporter Elijah Brown sat down with two of the artists to learn more about the meaning behind the show. Let's see that right now.
The idea of before knowing why ties into this piece of artwork, because when you go into looking at it, you have no idea what the person behind this window has gone through. You don't know the extremes of it, you don't know their life story, you don't know who they are. So before knowing why adds that idea of you're coming in here with an open mind and you're trying to see yourself in the space rather than the person that created it. I want viewers to interact with my piece by sitting in this wooden chair that I have here that I'm sitting in. That's a very big, important piece to my artwork. Having the chair here allows the viewer to be able to sit at what would be like a child's eye level view of out the window. When they're sitting in the chair, I want them to reflect on times that they've sat and looked out a window and the feelings that they've gone through and what they thought might be happening on the outside versus what's happening in their life on the inside.
So my piece, The Freedom of Play, is about exploring creativity, playing, just becoming an artist, and really having fun with the whole process of art making. Sculpture is really just a media that everyone can interact with and really enjoy and have fun playing with. So the first process is to take up a flashlight and walk in and just start looking around. So using the flashlight to look at the objects from all different perspectives, anywhere, and sort of explore the way that you can interact with the piece and find the different ways that the shadow casts, or that the object casts a shadow on the pieces or the walls. So going in, you just start exploring, and it kind of feels like a forest of just pieces that you would normally see in maybe a craft area or just in your own home.
Seeing the people that I love at my art show for the very first time was a little bit overwhelming. My artwork and my process is a healing journey for me for the trauma, and a big healing journey for me. For them to see it and to see their reactions to it was overwhelming, but surprisingly very helpful in my own personal healing journey.
Thank you, Elijah. Before Knowing Why will be on display in the Goretzky Gallery at CSB and the St. John's Art Center at SJU until May 1st.
Shifting gears, let's now head over to our sports reporters, Chloe and Olivia, who will bring you the latest highlights in the world of Johnnie Bennie sports this week.
Thanks, Ben. I'm Chloe Moore.
And I'm Olivia Smith.
And welcome back to the Johnnie Bennie Sports Roundup, your source for updates on Johnnie and Bennie sports.
Chloe will start us off with CSB Lacrosse, who had an impressive win in Elmhurst, Illinois last Saturday.
That's right, Olivia. The Bennies improved to 3-3 on the season as they blew out Elmhurst 20-5. And 5, that's right, 5 different players recorded hat tricks in the big win. CSB has won 3 of their last 4 games, but this was their biggest win yet. The hat tricks came from junior Emma Osland, sophomores Grace Fitzgibbons, Ella Stanky, and Sammy Hackley, as well as first-year Lizzie Shruby. Stanky scored 4 goals, and Shruby added 4 assists to her hat trick to tally a 7-point game. She was just short of her career and program record of 9 points in one game, which she set on March 10th. In net, sophomore Chloe Lewis had a great game, saving 9 of 14 shots on net. Next up for the Bennies is a home matchup on Saturday afternoon against Northwestern at CSB Stadium Field at 1 o'clock. Now, Olivia will tell you about Bennie softball, who swept St. Olaf in a doubleheader yesterday.
The Bennies opened their home opener with a doubleheader versus St. Olaf, winning 8-3 and 7-2. St. Bed's had 23 hits to the Ol's 11 and threw 9 strikeouts in 14 innings. Sophomore Olivia Takis had a career best day, hitting 6 of her 7 at-bats, batting an average of .857. She batted in 5 RBIs while scoring 3 runs, improving her season average of .300 and an OPS to .817. Senior shortstop Bryn Karlstrom went from 5 to 7, hitting .714 on the day with 4 RBIs and 2 doubles, with a season batting average of .314 and an OPS of .717. On the mound, the Bennies were led by sophomore Ellie Peterson in Game 1, earning the win 8-3, and added to the sweep in Game 2 with a run average of 3.86, allowing 3 runs and 5 strikeouts and 2 walks. In Game 2, junior Addie Bone earned the decision 7-2 win. She had a 3.6 run average, allowing 4 hits, 2 runs, and 3 strikeouts in 2 appearances.
The St. John's baseball team competed in this season's MIAC opener versus Bethel last Wednesday, April 3rd. They split the doubleheader, losing 8-1 in the first game and winning 1-0 in the extra innings in the second game. With 20-mile-per-hour gusts of wind during the first game, SJU experienced a rough opening couple of innings. After a few errors and solid hitting from Bethel, SJU fell behind 8-0 after 2 innings. In Game 1, the Johnnies' lone run came from senior left fielder Jack Schlepper, launched his first home run of the season and the 12th of his career, with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. In what was a defensive-dominated second game, the Johnnies were hitless until the bottom of the 10th, when infielder Jackson Peter walked off with a ground ball that squeezed between third and short. It was Peter's second walk-off hit of the season. The junior from El Rosa, Minnesota, is having a solid year so far. The Johnnies traveled to face Gustavus Adolphus in a 1 p.m. doubleheader on Saturday, April 6th in St. Peter. To wrap things up, Olivia will tell you about the SJU BAM Ultimate Frisbee team, who, despite being shorthanded, had a solid tournament outing in Iowa last weekend.
Yeah. BAM Ultimate went 4-2 at the 2024 Old Capitol Open in Marion, Iowa last Saturday and Sunday, March 30th and 31st. BAM had only 7 players the entire tournament, so there were 0 subs for 6 games across just 2 days. Things didn't look great early on in day 1 as BAM opened the tournament with 2 losses. The first was a close 8-7 loss versus Eastern Michigan. The second was a 13-6 loss to McAllister. But then BAM turned it up, beating Luther College 12-7. They kept it rolling with a 13-0 shutout over Northwestern B to close out day 1. On Sunday, BAM stayed hot in the consolation tournament, beating the Tommies 13-6 and beating the Luther again in the consolation championship 13-4. BAM is now preparing for the conference tournament next weekend at St. Olaf in Northfield, Minnesota.
That will wrap up this week's Johnnie Bennie Sports Roundup. Good luck to all the Bennies and Johnnies competing this week.
As always, thanks for watching.
Now back to you, Ben and Daisha.
Thanks as always to Chloe and Olivia for delivering the latest updates on Johnnie Bennie sports and activities.
Absolutely, Daisha. It's fun to have somebody new behind the desk, and it's wonderful to see the impressive work that's going on within the Johnnie Bennie world of sports.
Yes.
And with that, we wrap up another week's edition of Johnnie Bennie Campus News.
We appreciate your viewership. Join us again next week for the latest in-campus updates, noteworthy news, and upcoming events.
Your ongoing support is crucial, so make sure to let your friends know where they can stay up to date on all that's going on here at St. John's and St. Ben's. And be sure to check us out on our Instagram at CSB SJU _JB Media. As always, I'm Ben Bugbee.
And I'm Daisha Gray.
We'll see you next week and have a wonderful weekend.